Hey, St. Pat's, good to be with you this week. It's Wednesday, November 1st, the Feast of All Saints, and I hope you're having a great All Saints Day. In my video today, I just want to mention some things coming up in the life of our church that you will want to know about. First of all, I hope, if you haven't heard already, that you will put on your calendars, even if you have heard already, you'll put on your calendars Saturday evening, November 18. That's our all-church Thanksgiving banquet. We're going to do that common meal a little bit differently. Rather than do it Sunday right after church, we're going to do it on Saturday night, the night before, so we can have plenty of time to be together, plenty of time to have a leisurely meal, plenty of time to fellowship. We also plan to have some, I think, some kids' activities, simple things, some activities at the table so we can get to know each other. We will have a pie contest, meaning if you want to enter a pie, you bring it, we get to eat it, some judges get to judge it, someone wins a prize. And then lastly, we hope, if there's enough response, to put together a talent time. We've called this poema before, but essentially a time to share talent, whether it's music, poetry reading, drama, juggling, your watercolors that you do at home and want to do a display. We've had ballroom dancing before, so a time to share talent, have fun, and celebrate each other. That's that night, roughly 4:30 to 7:30. That includes setup and cleanup and everything. So get that on your calendar. Plan on coming. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Katie Marks has the hospitality team and some others around her working on that. So you will hear from her on Sundays about that. That's the first thing. Second, in roughly a month, Advent begins. It begins Sunday, December 3rd. And Andy Marks is busily working on some materials to share with you so you can build Advent into your daily routine. And it's going to be designed to work in any kind of household. If you're a single household, just a one-person household, to give you some tools to do it that way. If you have maybe more than some roommates, you can do it there. If you're married or if you have kids, whatever. Designed to be kind of accessed at different levels in different ways to get some simple tools to celebrate Advent well beyond Sunday. And again, as we have in the past, we will have sets of Advent candles that are for you to take for free to use in your home, so you can develop your own or make your own Advent wreath with those. So look for that coming up in the next few weeks as we get ready to celebrate Advent. And then this has not been put in our calendar yet, but things are in the works for our Christmas Eve service. I mentioned that we were hoping to do it at Lighthouse, but actually an opportunity has emerged, and we're going to jump on this to do this together with Apostles Anglican Church. So we plan on having a joint service where we share worship leading, we share ministry at the table, we share all the kind of different readers and everything. It's a dual service hosted at Apostles. Christmas Eve, 6:30. The plan is to make it family friendly. I'm hoping one of the things we can get organized again is a spontaneous Christmas pageant, so that we can, kids can pageant in and hear the gospel, and we can have a great time of worship. So anyway, note that on Christmas Eve, which in the morning we'll have our normal worship service at 10, and actually it's technically still Advent, so that's the fourth Sunday in Advent. Then that evening we switch to Christmas, and we will celebrate our Christmas Eve service. You'll hear more details about that. That's well over, like, almost more than a month and a half away, but I want you to know that's coming so you can be prepped for that. And we're going to have a planning meeting next week with the Apostle staff to work on stuff, but hopefully we can develop some invite cards. So if you have friends who are going to be in town during Christmas, family who are in town, especially friends and family that really are not followers of Christ, so we can invite them to that service. You've probably heard me say this before, but the one day of the year that someone who is not churched, who is not a disciple of Jesus, that is most likely to end up at church is Christmas Eve. It is like way ahead of every other day. People are so open to that. And it's said, based on studies, that 83% of people in North America would be open to attend church if a friend or family member invites them. Not offended, not bothered by the invitation. And in fact, if it's someone they know like that, whom they trust, then they are open and willing to say yes. So we want to try to take advantage of that, because it's a beautiful time for us to celebrate Christmas, But really, what an amazing celebration of Christmas to let someone who maybe doesn't know the Lord be introduced for the first time or for afresh to the Lord during this Christmas season. So you'll hear more about that, and we'll be working on that. So get those things in your calendar. Thanksgiving meal, November 18. Advent resources coming, and Christmas Eve, December 24th, joint worship with Apostles Anglican Church. Hey, have a great week, and I'll see you on Sunday. God bless.